Friends, hope you are all fine and doing well. Today we have to move for the next continuation part in the lesson, Indian soil. So today we have to learn about the one more type of soil, that is the laterite soil. Which soil? Laterite soil. So how the laterite soil is formed? Laterite soil is formed in the tropical area. It is formed in the tropical area, tropical area, tropical area under the condition of high temperature and heavy rainfall. It is mainly formed in the tropical area. Keep that thing in mind. What is mean by tropical area? Tropical area in the sense that what we are called polar nations, I mean Dhruva Pradeshagalu, that means North Pole and the South Pole nations. Okay, they are called as a tropical area. So that this laterite soil is mainly formed in the tropical area under the condition of high temperature and rainfall, high temperature and heavy rainfall. So if high temperature and heavy rainfall is there, by that time the laterite soil is formed. Okay, where we can see this kind of a soil in India. So we can see this kind of a soil where the heavy rainfall is there. I think you know about that. That is the Western Ghats, Eastern Ghats. Okay, Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats. Then the Chota Nagpura Plateau, Meghalaya Plateau, Vindhya and Satpura Hills. Totally in hilly region, we can see this kind of soil. Which kind of soil? Laterite soil. Okay, once again I'll recall you. Laterite soil is formed in the tropical area under the condition of high temperature and the heavy rainfall. Where we can see this kind of a soil in India, in the Eastern Ghats, because there the heavy rainfall is the Eastern Ghats, Western Ghats, Chota Nagpura Plateau, Meghalaya Plateau and Vindhya and the Satpura Hills. The next soil is desert soil. Desert soil. I think you know about that. Desert soil is not best suitable for the agriculture because it is having a more sandy in the sense mud. Okay, so it is not having a retention capacity, water retention capacity. Retention means holding water for a long time. Okay, that is called as a water retention capacity. So this soil, I mean sand, is not having a water retention capacity, so that's why it is not best suitable for the agriculture. Okay, so this desert soil is formed under the desert and semi-desert condition. So where the land is facing desert in the sense very high temperature, and also if it is the semi-desert means so not too high temperature or not too low. Okay, so in that area this soil, desert soil is formed. Okay, desert soil is formed under the desert and semi-desert condition. Okay, under the desert and semi-desert condition. So next they have a high content of soluble salt. It is having a high content of soluble salt also, and sandy and low moisture. Okay, high content of soluble salt. Many soluble salt is there in this. Okay, and sandy is also there, and it is not best suitable for the agriculture or cultivation. Where we can see this kind of a soil in a desert area only, we can see this kind of a soil more. Which are those desert area? Rajasthan, Haryana, Punjab, northern part of the Gujarat. Okay, Rajasthan, Haryana, because these are all the desert areas. Okay, so Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana and the northern part of the Gujarat. So there we can see the desert soil. Next is about the mountain soil. So in a mountain region we can see this kind of a soil, mountain soil. So this mountain soil is very fertile. Why it is very fertile? Because this soil is formed by the decomposition of, it is formed by the decomposition of organic matter. So where we can get the organic matter? Because mountain is rich in forest actually, so there many of the leaves fall off and many of the animals are died or buried themselves in a soil for the long time. Okay, So that when they underwent for decomposition, decomposition means decaying, kolataga. So they are all called as, okay, leaves or the vegetable matter or the animal dead animal matter, they are all called as the organic matter. So when they are decaying or when they are decomposing, by that time the soil where is formed, that is called as the mountain soil. It is very fertile, okay. If it is decaying, I mean it is like a kind of manure in the sense gobra, okay. So that's why mountain soil is very fertile and is very, compared to other soil, mountain soil is best suitable for the agriculture. It is best suitable for the agriculture. So which are the crops are grown in a mountain? Mountain is a slopy region, as you know that, right? Is it? So the main crops grown in this region, that is the coffee, tea and the fruits. Coffee, it is best suitable, even a coffee or tea, so want to grown in a slopy region only, so that is, it is best suitable for coffee, tea and fruits like apple, okay, or orange, okay. This kind of crops are grown in the mountain soil. So where do we find this mountain soil? This mountain soil we can found in the mountain region. Where the mountain region is there we can see, particularly in Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Manipur and Western Ghats, okay. Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Manipur and Western Ghats, these are the mountain regions. So there we can see the mountain soil. So this is about the types of soil. I have explained all the types of soil actually. So next we have to move for the soil erosion. So what is mean by soil erosion? Soil erosion means removal of top layer of the soil. Removal of top layer of the soil by the wind or by the rain. Okay, that is called as the soil erosion. Okay, what is mean by soil erosion? Removal of top layer of the soil by the wind or by the rain or etc. That is called as the soil erosion. Okay, what are the causes for the soil erosion? Why the top layer of the soil is eroded or it is flow away? One is deforestation. The main cause is deforestation. So what is mean by deforestation? Deforestation means cutting of trees. Don't get confusion between the afforestation and deforestation. Afforestation means growing of a tree. Deforestation means cutting of a tree. Okay, so that is deforestation. So if the trees are cutted, they are not having a roots. If the roots are there, at least what the soil has eroded, that will be avoided. If the roots or the timber not there, along the timber, that soil, it's nothing it has stopped the eroded soil. So that's why deforestation is the main reason for the soil erosion. Next, overgrazing in the sense cattle are grazed all the grass and everything, so that is what finally completely, that is called as overgrazing. Okay, to ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಬುಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹತ್ನಾಗೆ ತಿನ್ನೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, that is okay, that is called as the overgrazing. Next is about the shifting cultivation. Yes, many of the peoples are not cultivated the land at one place, okay, they are shifting their cultivation area, that is called as shifting cultivation. Okay, shifting cultivation is also one of the reason. How it is becoming one of the reason for the soil erosion? Shifting cultivation, yes, this year the farmer is cultivating a land in one place and he is flowing and everything, so then he is shifted to the other land. That area is becoming a burden. Okay, what the topsoil is there, that will be eroded completely. Okay, so that is also one of the reason. And the use of topsoil for the making bricks, tiles, I think you know about that, for making bricks, tiles. Okay, so for that the topsoil is used. These are all the reasons for the soil erosion. Okay, next, what were the effects of soil erosion? These are all the causes means reason. Okay, what were the effects means results, outcomes. Okay, what are the effects of soil erosion? So that is, if the soil has eroded completely, actually the main layer, I mean first layer of the fertile soil is eroded and the next layers is not best suitable for the agriculture, so its effects on the good yield. Okay, soil erosion, its effects on the good yield. Next, it leads to the accumulation of silt in the river or catchment area or in a ocean ocean or in a sea. Okay, silt, what is mean by silt? What the river has carried with that the soil, so that is called as a silt. So when it is carried along when it is flowing along that, so by that time it is that silt has collected where in a rivers. Okay, so by that time may, if a soil is only collected in the river area, so by that time the river depth will be reduced actually. So at the time of flood and everything, the overflow of what river water has takes place, that is called as a flood. Okay, so that has created, okay, soil erosion has created the flood or overflow of water, or the accumulation means collecting, accumulation means what, collecting the silt and everything. Okay, and the river change the, if the flood is happen, river may change the course of direction, what the flow of direction is there, may it can change, and the groundwater level is lowered. If the soil has eroded, the groundwater level is lowered because water has losing its absorbing capacity. Okay, if the water is soil is loose, then the soil is having a very good absorbing capacity. So when the top layer is has removed, by that time soil become very rocky, so by that time it lose its absorbing capacity. By that so therefore the groundwater level will be lowered or decreased. Okay, and vegetation area or the cultivation areas dried up, then the economical condition. So when the cultivable land when be dried up, by that time not able to, that land can't able to use for the agriculture, then the farmers will become poor, I mean economical conditions will become poor. So these are the effects actually. Next, to prevent this, to avoid this soil erosion, there will be the method. That method is called, okay, protection of soil from the erosion and preventing its fertility is called as the soil conservation. Conservation means protection. Okay, protect the soil from the erosion, okay, and increase its fertility. That method is called as the soil conservation. Keep in mind what is soil conservation: preventing the soil from the erosion and maintaining its fertility is called as the soil conservation. So what are the methods we can follow to conserve the soil? One is called afforestation. Afforestation in the sense we want to grow the trees, that is called as afforestation. Cutting of tree, deforestation; growing of trees, afforestation; and also we want to make the reforestation. Reforestation means we didn't want to cut the actual trees what are there in a forest, that is called reforestation. Kadana ulisodu, that is called as the saving a tree in a forest is called as the reforestation. Growing trees is the afforestation. Cutting down of a tree is called as the deforestation. Next, we want to control that overgrazing. We want to control this overgrazing. Then contour forming, contour bunding is very important here. Contour forming and contour bunding. So what is mean by contour forming and contour bunding actually? So flowing of the slopy region, because in a slopy region only soil has eroded more, right? So flowing across the slopy region. So if it is a slopy region actually, so if it is a slopy land, we want to flow across like that. This has created some bunds in the sense ಬದುಗಳು. Okay, so by that time the water what is coming down actually, it will stop here, I mean this water will not eroded, okay, or this soil will not eroded. That is called as the contour forming. Contour forming means flowing across the slopy region. Across means addalagi, okay, flowing across the slopy region is called as a contour forming. Contour bunding in the sense ಬದುಗಳನ್ನು ಹಾಕೋದು. Across the slopy region only very height bunds should be formed or should be created across the slope, that is called as the contour bunding. Keep in mind, okay, bund means ಬದುಗಳು, forming means flowing. Next, construction of check dams. So if the river water is flowing overflow, by that time that river water is collected in a check dams, okay, so to save the water as well as to save the soil erosion, that is, and gully control and bench terracing. Okay, gully control in the sense actually, so the river area, I mean river ಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜ್ ಅಥವಾ ದಡ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಗಲೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಜಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ಲು, okay, or bench terracing is in the sense it should be constructed by using what gullies are there, so that should be filled in a plastic ಚೀಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿ, that bag should be packed to the border of the river, that is called as the gully control and bench terracing. Okay, so these are the methods we have to follow to conserve the soil or the soil conservation methods, which are those: afforestation, deforestation, contour forming, contour bending, then avoid the overgrazing, then the construction of check dams, and gully control and bench terracing. Yes, this Indian soil lesson was ended. For the next day we have to start with a new lesson in geography, so till that you have to keep watching and learn the question answers. Thank you all.